Welcome back to the Dark Cosmic Universe. My name is Aveen Savage. Welcoming back all my cosmic followers. Hey, if you're new to the channel, check out the channel. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about action figures, we talk about playsets, we talk about vehicles, we talk about Pokemon cards, we even talk about all cool cosmic collectibles just like this. Let's check out today. Today we have a cosmic entity, which means there is a cosmic video coming up. It is a cosmic review of two new figures to the collection, right over here and here. But before we get to that, check out the links in the description. I have an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. I also sell paperback books. When I make a sale, I bring it back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe so I can display something really cool here for the YouTubosphere. Again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video or anything here on the YouTubosphere. Leaving comments definitely helps. This definitely helps as well. I really appreciate that. We're trying to get to 4,000 viewed hours here on the Dark Cosmic Universe, and we'll definitely see what YouTube has for us. Now we're at approximately 3,300 views-ish. And again, if you watch the playlist, that always helps. So find a playlist, leave it on, watch it if you'd like to, leave some comments. Check out the YouTube shorts as well. Always interesting. Got some new ones up. Because the holidays are around and Christmas is just around the way, yours truly went to a couple stores to record some of the decorations that people would like to put up in their house or outside their house. So again, definitely check that out. Again, you have permission to remix, remaster, reinvigorate, reimagine what the Dark Cosmic Universe is in your universe. That's right. All you have to do is remix the videos, put some cool music to it, add it to your social pages, add it to TikTok. Don't forget to acknowledge where you got it from. So Aveen Savage is the channel name, of course. And hopefully we can get some more people here to the Dark Cosmic Universe. Okay, two new figures for the collection. Very excited about it. I knew it was coming out. I knew they've been out for quite a while. Actually, a couple weeks, I believe. I did have to wait until yours truly was able to acquire the figures. So I took a little journey, took a long trip, and I was able to go to the toy vault, which I just found out is going to be moving because the place that they are at, they have been, well, it's going to be turned into something else. So there goes that for me. But I'm hoping that the toy vault does come back in the area. That's what they said they're going to be doing. So I'm looking forward to seeing their new store. Did like it at the mall. It was kind of nice, but it was really convenient. But anyway, they did have the two figures here in the for my collection. So we got the Super 7 Force Commander, and we've got the Super 7 Microtron figure. And we are definitely going to take a look at the figures, and we're going to take a look at the card art, which I normally do, and we'll definitely check that out. But before we do that, if you're curious about the scale size for these figures, now these are not like the Micronaut figures from Mego or Mego, however they're pronounced. These ones, again, Microtron is under 3.5 inches. The Force Commander, he is just a little bit over 4 inches. Again, it's Super 7's adventure into the swivel grip and also the O-ring style figures. But we'll take a look at them in a few minutes. Now, also around here are some Micronaut inspired figures, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. But let's take a look at the card art, because I do love looking at the card art before I talk about the figures. Here we go. So here we go. Here is the Super 7 version of the Micronauts. As you can tell, very close to the original, which is kind of cool. It's got this, they call it the racetrack look around the card. As you can see, I guess that's what they call it. There's the Micronauts logo, and here is the Force Commander. Looks really cool. Again, inspired for today's card back figures, which that's all they have to do. And here is the back of the card. As you can tell, the figures that were in this particular wave So we got Baron Karza, which I do have, Biotron, which I do have, Force Commander, and also Microtron. Now the cool thing is they do come with a card over here that talks, a bio card. So all you need to do is get a translucent red strip of plastic. You should be able to put that over there, and you will definitely get to see where the Force Commander falls within these guidelines. And again, check it out. Again, this is Super 7. Notice that Hasbro has their name on there, so they must have the license to this particular franchise, which is kind of cool. But again, really cool. So again, if you want to know more about the Force Commander, pause the video and then you can read the card. I'm not going to be talking about that. But again, I remember Micronauts as a kid. Loved it. It was something different. It was that whole Star Wars genre that was going on. And it was the space opera era, I guess you can call that. Here is Microtron's card, what looks really cool. Again, Super 7 reaction, doing a really great job giving the flair. Again, even the word Microtron, very Micronaut inspired. If you've ever seen any of the old toys, that's cool that they did that. So there's a Super 7 logo. And again, if you want to know more about Microtron, pause the video right here. And then again, Hasbro. So I am hoping that Super 7 does more of these figures. I'm not a huge fan of O-rings, and I've talked about that before. I mean, yes and no. It's one of those love it, don't love it kind of situation. Yours truly, I like a 5 points of articulation figure. The O-band, or the O-ring, I get it. I know why they're doing it. Because the Micronauts had something similar. We're just going to scoot in a little bit there. But again, I mean, it works with the figures that I have, so that's why yours truly wound up getting it. So here is the Force Commander. Very cool. Hopefully we can get a close-up on this, so you can definitely see the detail. And there we go. Looks really cool. Again, lots of articulations. Got the swivel grip like the G.I. Joe. There is the O-ring that's inside. I'm not going to be taking this apart. It's got lots of articulation, especially in the knees. And we've got the joints. There we go. They're the rivets. So if you're looking over here, that's what I'm referring to. A lot of the figures back then had that style. And I'm like, okay, it works for me, I was hoping for something a little bit different, but that's okay if that's the way they're going. And they're making the figure, and yeah, I'll do it. So he's got the backpack over here. We've got the, I'm not sure if these were missiles, but it was his jetpack. I think that's what it was. So the Force Commander could fly around, and he was the arch enemy. I guess you could say that. The arch enemy. He was the reason why Baron Karza was quite the way he was. And again, you could definitely tell the difference between the two. Look a little bit different with their posability, who they are. Now, the original Micronauts, way back when, these joints over here, they were magnetic balls, and you could mix and match with their horses, so they became like a centaur-like character. But they look really, really cool together. Again, Baron Karza also having a backpack as well, and it definitely fits the whole genre here. And yeah, I'm okay with it. Again, with having a 4-inch figure or the 1/18 scale figure, it definitely fits my collection. And we'll just take a look at some of the other characters. Here we go. Here is Microtron. Looks really awesome. Again, this is not the scale that Microtron was. I know he was a little bit bigger, but looks like the original, which I think is really cool. I'm glad that they kept some of the flair to Microtron. Again, he's got the wheels here, or the treads. Looks really cool. And not a big fan of the rivets over here, because what's going to happen in time. These are going to pop off, but hopefully they don't. Again, a little bit of articulation in the shoulders, which I thought was pretty cool. The arms. They do have some articulation in here, so Microtron does have some posability over here. And then he's got the wheels. Now the wheels, originally with the Micronauts, you could interchange them with other characters and mix and match and make your own creation. But the Super 7 figures, as far as I know, do not have the ability to do that, except for the pegs over here. Like Microtron does come with this, it looks like a drill bit. So I'm not sure if the drill bit was supposed to be in the chest here. Again, looks, again, pretty cool. And then I remember reading the Marvel, yeah, Marvel had these figures. Now again, I'm just noticing that there's a little bit of looseness to the figure, which is something I don't like. Like, so the left arm over here is tight. This one kind of like flops around. Again, it's what it is. I'm not going to complain. Now, I did pay $25 each for these figures, which I think is still kind of pricey. But I mean, if you think about inflation, the way things are today, down the road, these characters probably, or the figures, will probably go up in value, and they'll skyrocket probably to the next level, $50, $75. Who knows what goes on? Again, so if you are a huge Micronauts fan, or if you like the 3 3/4 or 1/18 scale 4-inch figures, definitely do that. Now, I did display some of these characters that I do have from other ones, so I'm going to put this in the Micronauts one. Now, this is a 3D printed version of this character, which is cool, and I forgot the name of it. Let me know in the comments. But you can definitely see how these two kind of go along very well together. Kind of like the R2-D2 robotic droids kind of situation here with the Micronauts. And speaking, so some of these characters, now these are Glyos figures, which is really, really cool. Again, definitely the homage to the Time Traveler, to the Pharoids. And these figures, a little bit more than 5 points of articulation because they're able to pop and swap off pieces, which I'm not going to do here, but look really, really cool. And definitely with the collection over here, they just fit in just right. And when I saw the figures, I know the homage was there, and the homage was very, very strong. Now, like the Micronaut figures, the Glyos, now this is Knights of the Slice. They made these containers. These were like the Time Traveler sarcophaguses, but these are a little bit different. So these definitely fit 1/18 scale figures. Most of them, of course. Not saying 100% sure, but again, they do pop open. And you're able to put a figure in here like so. And then very similar to the Pharoids, or the sarcophaguses that they had. And again, fits right in there. And when I saw these figures, now these ones, they used to be like $10 a couple years back, and I snagged as many different colors as I could purchase them. And I don't think they have any more on their site, but you could probably find these on eBay or like Macari. But again, really cool. So if you do have Micronaut figures, these Glyos cases definitely go really well. They had different colors. I think there was a glow-in-the-dark one. I think there's a red one. These are the only two that I know. There's yellow. I like the blue ones, but again, definitely fits really well in with the Micronaut figures. So if that's something you are interested in, or you have not even known about that, or you liked Micronauts. And then over here, we got these smaller characters. These were the Micro Battlers. And again, definitely have the homage to the clear, translucent bodies with the white gloves and then the silver heads. So definitely, you know where the homage was going with these ones. These are kind of cool. Again, that's the Micro Battlers, Glyos. Again, I'm not really sure how much you'll be paying. I think I paid like $25 a piece, which I thought even then I thought it was a ridiculous price. But looking back now and then putting them all together, no, it's not. It looks really cool. And for me to have these figures in my collection, absolutely. And if you want to see Biotron, again, this one I thought was really done really well. Super 7, again, doing a really good job with these figures. And then these figures over here are Fresh Monkey Fiction figures, which I have displayed on the channel before, but you can definitely see where the homage was going. The silver painted heads, we've got the triangle on the front, You know, very similar to like the Time Travelers, similar to, I'm trying to remember the other ones that were in here. So again, I think they look really well together. If you want to build up your collection, definitely a good way to do this. And also here, when they did the monsters or the characters, the last end of the Migos, when they had like alien figures, this definitely one was a definite added bonus. It's a Glyos figure, but definitely looks cool. Very excited about that. There we go. We knew that was going to happen. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. Again, please watch the videos. Please subscribe to the channel. You can be part of the Dark Cosmic family. All you have to do is subscribe and definitely hang out here. Who are my Dark Cosmic family friends? Why, they are my cosmic cosmonauts, my cosmic comrades, my insane toy collectors, my Dark Cosmic Pokemon collectors, and my Dark Cosmic collectors as well. Thank you guys for hanging out here in the Dark Cosmic Universe. What do I say? Say it loud and proud. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. Keep collecting all those action figures. Come back here to the Dark Cosmic Universe. We'll definitely see you cosmically soon for another video. Again, thank you guys for everything, and we'll definitely see you soon. Take care, my friends.